Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Dare to Dream. I'm your host, Graham Williamson. I'm a, how do you put it now? Intuitive, evidential medium and psychic. And this is goingsolomedia.com. Going Bold Wednesday. And if you want to connect to us, please do, because this is what it's all about. Not only is the show about connecting with spirit, it's about you connecting with us through Going Solo Media. We are expanding. We're getting bigger and better. I'm just the learner. I'm a novice, but only on the show. But as a medium, I've been doing this a very long time. And my topic is how to connect with spirit. And believe it or not, it's very easy. Even for people that say, well, I don't know, and I'm not a medium. Or how? Well, my method over the years, I've been able to find out the key elements to connect with spirit. And it's all up here. You see, through life, we all encounter, experience people, situations, whatever, and it's stored up here. The best way I can put it is an analogy of a computer. You buy a computer and you have programs already in it. So to activate it, you have to press certain buttons. But in this case, it's a little bit different. We don't actually activate our memories. Not when it's concerning the loved ones that have passed, or people that are around at the moment and you're just thinking about them. Because you don't have to be passed into the next plane of existence to be connected to a loved one. How many of you have had phone calls from loved ones just because you were thinking about them, or you saw something, or you smelt something, or you heard something that reminded you of them? Well, spirit do exactly the same with your memories. You see, when the loved one passes, everybody's miserable for a while, and they think they're dead. They're never coming back. The physical is so hard to let go of. Now, I don't know if that makes me weird or what, but as soon as I've found out my grief has been allowed to vent and I've got through it, I rejoice in one thing: knowing my loved ones are still around, still alive. I can still talk to them. Because I'm a medium, I've been doing this for a very long time, I consciously activate those memories and know my mum, my granddad, my grandma, all those loved ones that have passed, they come, or they're around, they make themselves known. When you actually think about it, your memories are all impulses, electrical impulses. It's funny how when you come up to an anniversary of somebody passing, you start to build up memories to the forefront of your mind. And it's normally based in sadness, which is understandable. We're human. We feel. But I want to take you to the next step. You can talk to them. It's so easy. You open your mouth because your memories are stirred and saying, can you remember when we used to walk down the path or ride a bike or do this? Or can you remember when you burnt that meal or your false teeth are out? Mum, nan, whatever. They're reminding you of those memories in parallel with your heart. The love connection is so strong. And believe it or not, you just opening a door for somebody that you don't know, or smile, or just say, can I help you? That'll stick in their memories. Should those people pass, even though you don't know them directly, you don't know the name or anything, sometimes you remember that person. I opened the door for that person the other day. I found out the past. But why did I remember it? Because they're coming around to say, thank you for at least seeing me, acknowledging me in a good way. You see, your actions have consequence down the line. You may never know the full extent of how you affect somebody. But when that spirit passes over, when that loved one passes over into spirit, I say spirit started because we are all spirit inside a material body, a physical body. That spirit does not stop functioning, living, evolving when this body dies. So I apologize for the spirit, but that's why I say it, because I do not, in any shape or form, feel that the spirit stops evolving when the physical has passed. There's too many mediums that have said so many things. As an evidential medium, I brought through stuff in my readings to people, recipients. Recently, I was in Tampa, and this lady did not believe in life after death. She says, when we die, we'll pause until the second coming, which is fine. I said, yeah, fine. But can you explain this for me? Your mum wants to know why you had trouble with this earring and you're changing your socks 3 times. How the heck did you know that? I said, that was just before you came out today, wasn't it? Yeah. So how would I know unless your mother, and I described her mum, and I told her about her hair and the way she did her hair, and laughing at her daughter's hair colour as well. Because her daughter evidently was always thinking about changing her colour. How did I know? The evidence I gave from the mother to the daughter quashed that idea that the spirit lays in a pause. I'm not disputing that it can happen. I'm just saying in this case, for this lady, this recipient, she got evidential proof her mother was with her that morning. And even though she was so adamant that she cannot connect with her loved one until she passes over to meet her mum in heaven. I said, but your mum's found out that heaven's here now as well as when you go up there. You see, our connection with those loved ones, with spirit, is continual. 95% of it is positive. And I've got to say, for some, it's not. But you can't weigh one with the other because they're both identical. You need the balance all the time to exist. We're made up of electrons and all the rest of it. We're mostly made up of water. We have an energy field, auric field, and it expands out of our bodies. And somebody come around the corner, you can actually feel somebody come around the corner and say, oh, I don't like that. Oh, where they come? And you're excited. If they're not, you back away. But you can't see them, but you can feel them. Well, that energy is their spirit expanded out of the physical body. The higher the energy, the happier you are. You feel comfortable with a higher energy. The lower the energy, the not so comfortable. And it does exist. But you choose whether you want to go forward or back for what you feel. When you love somebody, you go forward. When you don't, you step back, which is a normal. But there are people who like the negative. Whatever floats the boat. I am not here to judge anybody. I'm here to teach you that to connect with spirit is so simple as to think it, or why am I getting these memories? And then open your mouth and speak to them, because you would speak to them if they were here physically, or on the phone, or video. You've got to talk to them. You know how your mum was, or your dad was, or your husband was, or your brother, or whatever. You know them, how they reacted with you. And 9 times out of 10, when spirit leave traumatically, sometimes they don't know they've passed over. And that is a job for somebody called a rescue medium, who rescues that energy, that light, that spiritual light that's dim in a little encapsulated world of their minds, or for want of a better phrase, the mind. And we go and rescue those dim lights we see in the astral level. And we show them the light through our energy. You have to be experienced to do this. And I've been learning for a very long time. I'm still learning, and I will never stop learning, because I haven't perfected any aspect of my gifts. I just know that some of it works fantastic, or when needed. I'm never disappointed by the spirit that works through me. They guide me in what I do. I trust them as much as I would trust myself. And this is what life's about. You've got to connect with yourself, know yourself. Why did I think of Joe? Or why did I think of John? Or why did I think of this? Step back and go, hang on. Is it an anniversary? Is it something that I smelt, saw, felt, heard, whatever, or even tasted? Because they are triggers. Your memories are triggered by spirit. If you're perpetually doing something negative, and your mum or dad or whatever loved one that's passed used to say, you've got to change, darling. You've got to step forward. You've got to stop living in the negative or in the past, in the pain. You've got to open your mouth and say, I hear you, I see you, I feel you. I know it sounds daft because there's nobody physically there, but this is about spirit. And you have to trust that spirit are always with you, those that matter. That picture over my head, Dare to Dream, the last gift, I've mentioned it many times, last gift from my mother. She dared me to dream, but not just in imagination. It's about living the life that I've always dreamed I wanted, I needed. There's a difference. I got what I needed, not what I wanted. Only in part did I get what I wanted. But I've learned to accept whatever happens is what I need. Don't say I want something all the time. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get it. But with spirit, you always get an answer. You may not understand it. You may not feel it. But if you listen to those memories that are being activated by spirit, you may find the pathway to achieve getting what you needed. It is very simple. It's like coming on the show today. I had a bit of a technical itch. I had to redo it. But everything worked out perfectly. Because I never worry about what's going to happen. I only do what's the best I can for the moment. And spirit will always give you what you need at the moment. And the more you recognize that, the easier it becomes to have the life that you've always dreamed of having. A loving, happy life. If you're not getting that, you've got to take a step back and say, why not? Would your loved one want you to be in the negative? Would your loved one want you to think only of their passing? No. They were full of life up until they died. And yet the death may have been traumatic to you, because they may not have realized what was happening at the moment of their death, of their passing. I've been through a few of those this year. One very recently. A very good friend just passed. And I've been speaking to her that day, that evening, eminently, she died. Traumatically. In an accident. Yeah, I felt all the grief and all the pain and everything. I still feel that emptiness. But I remember what she was like, the fun, the games. She was a marvelous. And evidential artist for spirit. She drew the loved one's spirit, the faces. She didn't need a photograph to draw them. She was talking to a recipient and she drew the picture. Her response to the energy and what she envisioned through her mind, through her heart, came out in her hand to draw. She has affected thousands of people. I'm amazed at how many people have said, "Oh, really? She just found, oh, that's terrible." But she affected so many people. I still talk to her. I still talk to her daughter. One's here, the other isn't physically. But I know I can talk. And I know I'm giving her space in spirit so she could acclimatise. And a family can get over their grief, if that's what's meant to be. I've had my brother-in-law was also killed in an accident this year. You see, death is all around us. It's the ending of the life of somebody that we know and love. But you can either dwell on that moment or look beyond it to the past of what they experienced, they lived with you. I connect with my friend, my brother-in-law, my mum, dad, and all those I've loved because I remember who they are. Not the fact of the past, but who they are. They're still living in spirit, in my heart, in my memories. And I'm going to talk to them because I know they can talk back to me. Because I, as a medium, understand about raising my energy. Psychics do not talk to spirit. Mediums talk to spirit. That's my opinion, my experience. A psychic feels the material. Everybody's a psychic. But you see, you've got to know the difference. You've got to know that you have the ability to communicate if you believe in spirit, if you believe in yourself. And I'm going to change that word believe to if you know yourself, if you know spirit continue to live, and you knew that person. Think about it. It's so simple. Anybody can raise their vibration, but not everybody can become a medium unless your vibration is raised. You cannot talk to spirit unless it is raised. So I'm asking you to think about it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this is my experience of what I've learned in the 65 years that I've been aware of my gifts. I started at 3.5. But I've been doing this show with Going Solo for about a year, I think. And I've done quite a few shows. But each of my shows are different. Each one has a message for you. I never know really what I'm going to talk about. I normally get the heading a couple of days beforehand. But this heading was a couple of weeks ago. How to connect with spirit. And my friend Cece, she knows me well enough to know when I send her heading, she fills in the details. That's her gift. I can't fill in the details until I'm doing the show. You can't communicate with spirit until you trust yourself. The memories. Know that spirit are activating your memories. And they're saying, hey, can you remember doing this? Can you remember doing that? It's not about that I'm dead physically. I'm still alive spiritually. And I can still communicate with you if you want to listen, feel, hear, see, taste, whatever. You've got all these senses for a reason. Some people are deaf. Some people are blind. Some people are mute. Or some all together or parts thereof. But they can still have memory. One day I'm actually going to really sit down and learn American Sign Language. Because I want to communicate with more people, even the deaf ones, even the blind ones, even those that can't speak. Because just imagine being trapped like the spirits stuck up there. They don't know they've died. We've got to find ways to communicate because we're supposed to be the intelligent ones. We're the active ones. We're alive ones. So why don't we use our abilities to the best of our ability and communicate with others to show them that the spirit never dies? Think about it. I'm doing this show on WGSN-DB, Going Solo Network Radio, TV and podcasts. I do this every other Wednesday. And we are the #1 internet singles talk network. It's Going Bold Wednesday. We do this with many hosts of various abilities. And I want you to think and come back and see Going Solo Media. There's more than just my show. I'm the spiritual one. I'm your host of Dare to Dream, Graham Williamson, intuitive, evidential, medium, and psychic. And if you want to contact me, you can contact me via my Gmail, which is amedium77@gmail.com, or my website is mediumgrahamwilliamson.online. That's all one word, medium Graham Williamson.online. Or give me a phone call on 352-409-1060. Leave a voice message, otherwise I can't respond. And we're going to take a break shortly. We're back in a couple of minutes, and I hope you'll still be here. And thank you for listening. Welcome back. I was thinking, what else can I tell you about connecting with spirit? I have no clue. But I'm your host of Dare to Dream, Graham Williamson. I'm an intuitive, evidential, medium and psychic. I live in Florida. I'm from England. I've been here nearly 21 years. And I have had the time of my life, and especially doing this show every other Wednesday. You see, life is about connecting with others. You see, my next show is going to be the 20th. Oh, no, hang on. Don't get the right date. 24th at 5 p.m. You see, connecting with spirit is the reason we're living. We're connecting with the energy of other people that have passed, other beings. Some haven't actually come into this world yet. Some may never come into this world. But remember, the energy can be in any shape or form. It may be alive as we know it or not. And literally, it could be a plant. It could be a rock. It could be just the wind. It's all energy. And when you think about that, the limits are limitless. I don't ever say I can only do A, B, C, D of my gifts. I only find out what I can do when I've done it. And if it didn't work, then I'll try it again and again and again. It'll work one time or another when needed. You can connect with your loved ones, your family, if you put time aside to learn. Stop thinking that they're dead and be miserable. And only think of that moment of when they passed. You are doing them an injustice, I feel. Because they had a whole life, whether it be a minute, an hour, a day, month, year, many years. They had a life. That's the part that you are honouring. You're honouring the memory of them living here. Not the fact they died on that day. We call it celebration of life when somebody passes. We have family friends that knew the person who crossed over. And we celebrate all the fun things that person's done. We don't even mention they died in a car crash or heart attack or whatever way they passed. We don't mention it. Why? One moment in their life ended. I want to remember all those 50, with my mum, she passed in 2002. I came over in December 2001. So up until then, I was 47 and a bit. I remember 47 years with my mother, my siblings, my father, who passed away a few years later. I remember my grandparents, the one who started all this. My grandmother was a medium, my mum was a rescue medium, and I'm a medium. Half my family can be mediums, but they choose not to use their gifts. They choose to. They know I do it. They don't do it. They're happy not using their gifts. I was a weird one, remember? But I enjoy being who I am. I have no shame in what I am. You see, when I connect with Spirit for a recipient, Graham steps away. Spirit are using my memories, my experiences, to convey what I'm picking up in my mind to convey to a recipient. That's why when I do evidential stuff, at the end of the reading, I say, what did it say? What did it do? Because I have no clue consciously what I'm saying. Because I don't think of what I'm saying. It comes out automatically. Because the message has to be clear. I'm responsible for my words, my actions as a medium. And I can't say, Spirit told me to do that. Yeah, they may have done, but I choose to convey it. And I will never give a negative reading. I got told off once because I didn't give somebody a medical diagnosis. So I'm not allowed to. I'm not trained as a medical intuitive on paperwork. I can pick up evaluation of somebody and tell them, oh, have you got an ache in, ribs or what about your neck and your headaches and the jaw? Oh, you clenching your jaw when you're sleeping. I didn't know. I said, because I used to do that. And I have neck issues and I've had ribs hurt. I pick up all those memories of pains and aches and experiences, and Spirit tap into that for the person that's in front of me, or the person in front of me is the next step to the message getting to the right person. Because sometimes one in front of me goes, I ain't got a clue. No, none of that. No. Go home, tell the friends and family, hey, it was on about such and such and such, and I had none of that. And well, I did. Remember what I? Oh, so the message is conveyed on through the intermediary, the recipient I was talking to, because I never know who the message is for. I hope it will go to the right person. But I'm responsible to make sure that person goes feeling at least they know their loved ones are around them. Because connecting with Spirit is connecting with yourself. Yeah. You cannot connect with Spirit unless you know yourself. Because Spirit use your memories. And I can honestly say every medium I've met and heard has said something about somebody passing, and didn't your mum or your loved one pass with heart condition or a broken leg or an accident or something, and the heart stopped, or the lost blood or suicide? That's medical. But we're not medics. We're not certified medics, doctors or anything. We cannot diagnose. We cannot treat. All we can give is evaluation. All we can give is what we feel Spirit are conveying through us. By experience, I know as I'm talking to you, it's Spirit wanting me to convey this to you. To those that feel that they are on their own now, that their loved ones are no longer with them. Physically, you are correct. But look around you. The paintings, the pictures, the fireplace, the ornaments, and all the stuff that your loved ones have interacted with. Your home, just coming in and going out. Sitting in your car. The necklaces. My wife makes these. That elephant reminds me of my mother. The pictures behind me. My daughter, I'm not good at this. That one there. My daughter drew that. Those pictures over there, my daughter's here. And my certification of ministry and all this stuff. It's memories. My nana's dish. My mum and dad's little old couple on the park bench. You see, all that they are is with me. My memories are all around me and in me. You have this ability if you want it. But you've got to raise your vibration. You've got to be positive. You can't live, I'm up with Spirit all the time, and your feet are off the ground. You've got to be grounded. We're a long time past. We have a limited time on this earth. Our spirits are eternal. Seriously. Our spirits are eternal. Our physical bodies aren't. They have a finite time. It's like this show, 5 till 5:45. I know when the show's going to end, but I don't know when my life's going to end, so I'm going to live my life to the best I can until the very end. And hope I've helped other people understand that you're not alone ever. You're never alone, my friends. Never alone. Your loved ones will always connect with you. Your job is to learn how to hear them. And when I say hear, that's every sense and your heart. Every single time. Because not one way, it could be all of them, or parts, or individually. Because life is about experiences. When you go outside and you look at the stars and the moon, the moon's my favourite. I take pictures of the moon all the time, and everyone says, aren't you sick of the moon? So no, everybody I have known have seen that moon. So when I look at that moon, I can go, all my friends that passed have seen what I'm seeing. And that connects me with it. It connects you with the smell, the fragrance. Your dogs, your cats, they're part of that spirit world. You connect with them because you've loved them, you've seen them. I had a dog that came through to one of the readings a couple of weeks ago in Tampa. And I said, this dog's limping and it's got a funny tail. Can you take this? Oh my God, I rescued that, but it never lived. I said, it's wagging its tail. It's completely whole now. But it's saying, thank you for looking after me. Because it wanted to be known that it was around this lady and this gentleman. How do I do that? Because spirit connect through you. They go through your memories, through your heart, but you've got to speak. It's quite easy. Yeah. When you think about things, that tends to be, as I call it, the ego. Stepping forward, the material. But when I'm working with spirit, Graham's short sort. He's at the background. He's asleep. Sounds daft, doesn't it? But think about it. When you drive a car, you're on automatic pilot. You don't really think about where you've got to put your hands, what your foot's doing, how fast are you going. You just drive around, you're looking around. You've got a vehicle that weighs about a ton, 2 tons, whatever. You're doing 50 miles an hour. oh, change lane, oh, click, indicator, move over. You do it automatically. You breathe in automatically. Well, all these memories are automatically triggered by conscious self and spirit and connect together. You become aware subconsciously and consciously if you want to. It's not difficult. You tell somebody get in that car and drive it and they've never driven before, never been in a car before. You know, what? It sounds harder than it is, but you learn how to deal with it. That's what connecting with spirit is about. Learning how to deal with yourself on autopilot. Trusting yourself. Now, we've only got a few more minutes, but anybody who wants to really learn about connecting to spirit, I may be able to help you. But you have to connect with me. I'm the host of Dare to Dream, Graham Williamson, intuitive, evidential, medium, and psychic. And if you want to get hold of me, you can go to my email, which is amedium77@gmail.com, or my website is mediumgrahamwilliamson.online, and see what I've been posting there. It's not every day I post stuff, but it just shows you what I do. Or you can phone me on 352-409-1060 and leave a voice message. You see, I'm like those spirits wanting to use memory. You've got to leave a voice memory for me to connect back to you. And this show is WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, Radio, TV, and Podcast. We're the #1 singles network. And we're going bold Wednesday. We're on goingsolomedia.com. Our shows have exploded. They're going all over the place. If you go to our website and connect, you can find a choice of host or even become a host yourself. But you need to open your mouth by typing and connecting. But I hope what I've shown you today hasn't been too hard for you. And for my friend who passed on Saturday, her daughter, you have all our love. And so does your mum love you still. This is about connecting with yourself and the spirits that have passed the show. I teach all I can from my experiences each fortnight on a Wednesday. I come to you in different formats through the show. I don't know what my next show will be, but I'm not worried because I know I connect with spirit guides. Those I've loved still love me. And it's not an easy task to take on, but it is so rewarding to know I'm helping at least one person or one animal. I saw a video of a gentleman who found a hummingbird that was nearly dying of thirst. It was on its back, it was collapsed, its breathing was very laborious. Then he had a little glass and he put a pin over the edge of the glass, tilted, and dropped the water into the beak of this bird. 5 minutes later, it was back on its feet and had plenty to drink and disappeared. That bird knew it wasn't going to be harmed. It's those little joys in life, just helping, not for any financial reward. That can be important, but it's not the most important thing in life. Having a happy, healthy spirit can make your body a lot happier and healthier. There's many things that I've found in my life that I'm not proud of. But because I experienced it, I've been able to help many people understand themselves. As a recovered alcoholic, I really can't remember 3 years of my life. But I can now turn to people and say, oh, you don't drink at all. No, 21 years I've not touched any alcohol at all. And in stopping drinking and taking artificial foods and flavourings and all that, for me, it's helped my borderline Crohn's, my irritable bowel. I have a very high metabolic rate, and my senses have heightened because I have enough spirit inside me now. My own has exploded. It's got bigger. And I'm not bragging or anything like that. It's just a simple fact. I feel so much more alive for me to help other people. I'm going solo as a medium, an evidential medium, and a psychic. I connect with spirit because I'm in the right place at their right time and the recipients. I can't guarantee as person Graham that I can do anything, but I can only guarantee one aspect of it. I'll do my best. Think about it. When you connect with your loved ones and you complain to them, so why did you die? Why did you? That is not the issue. They've passed. It was their time, not your time, their time. You now have a choice. It's a hard one, but I can guarantee you are not on your own. Never. And if you ever need to talk to anybody, I'm here. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I'm ex-service. I did 14.5 years Royal Navy. I've travelled a bit. I've experienced more than most people, as far as I can ascertain. Been in car crashes, held a bomb that should have got off, been shot at. Yeah. Been in seas that have, like, up one side, down another. And I'm on a frigate and it looks like this. There's a wave and there's a ship going all the way up over the other side. Scary. Losing all the life rafts, whilst two. Big barrels bending by a wave. Losing towing cable off the back end, one wave. I've lived through stuff. But my God, I am happy. I'm here to say to you, I can help you connect with spirit. If you want to. It's your choice. And Cece, I want to thank you for allowing me to be part of this wonderful team. Going Solo Network. Now, as I say, if you want to contact me, I'm here on amedium77@gmail.com. That's my email. Send us a message. I can help you on classes or whatever and do further things together, readings. Or contact me through my medium GrahamWilliamson.online website. Leave a message there. That just shows basically what I do and what I am. And you can call me on 352-409-1060. But leave a voice message. Because if you just ring and I don't answer, 9 times I don't answer anyway until I know the number. I will phone you back as soon as I can. But I hope you'll come back on the 24th at 5 p.m. Oh, the 31st? Yeah, it's the 31st. See, if it weren't for CC, I'll be screwed up. Thanks, CC. The 31st, folks. Graham's wrong again. You see, when I'm thinking of material stuff, I'm useless. But I have fun doing it. You know, sitting here talking to you for 45 minutes is lovely. And I hope you'll come in, even come into the show and add comments. I'll be here. If you've got any questions, let me know. I'm here. So Cece, so a lot of other hosts. And it's been a pleasure talking to you. I hope you've had fun as well. And we're about to sign off. Thank you very much indeed.